Hello and welcome to the Phil and Matt Tuesday Show, your weekly roundup of what's new and going on in the modelling world. Well, with PM models and flooring models especially.
Morning,
Morning,
afternoon,
everybody.
evening.
Or wherever you are. It's
Yeah.
Is it still
But
morning here? Oh no, we're just into
no,
afternoon. It's
no, it's
midday.
afternoon here. Yeah, midday.
Yeah, that's it. And the sun is shining, and it was very nice on Sunday. Not so good yesterday, but nice again. And apparently the great dry out is about to begin.
Oh,
So,
do you
as I
reckon?
call it. So, I can walk across my lawn now without actually going quick, quick, quick.
Oh, that's
So,
good.
something's better.
That's
That's
good.
an
I
improvement. Yeah,
actually managed to cut mine on Friday when I finished. I got the
hmm,
mower out quick
yeah,
and managed to cut the grass because it was getting a bit out of hand with the wet and then the sun and the wet and yeah,
yeah,
it's still soggy, but I managed to cut it. So
yes.
yeah, it's just been a bit colder here actually. Really, the wind
Mm.
is a bit brisk, as we
Yes, it was a bit
say.
of a wind yesterday afternoon. It really got up
A
here.
bit of a
So,
wind. I think that's a bit of an understatement.
yes, yes. Well, we say there was a hurricane up your way, wouldn't it?
It
Tornado went through somewhere. I saw the
oh,
pictures of someone's house getting demolished and a caravan flying through the air.
made how many pounds worth of improvement did it?
Improvements. I know. That's it.
Yeah.
So anyway, hope you're all doing very well at home. But things have been moving along a lot on this side of things. Obviously, last week I had my big studio tidy up and clear out, which is paying dividends now because I can now put things places. I am trying to keep on top of it. So yesterday I did have a little bit of a tidy up in here again after I finished a bit, just to make sure we're all on top of everything. I've been pushing along. Obviously, a lot of you know with the Y-wing. So the Y-wing is together. Started on the weathering of it, so the weathering's pretty much done now. Next up for this work is to get the piping done. So this is where I'll be out of me benders and me pipe benders and all things like that. And so a lot of it is obviously going to be in solid metal core plastic hard stuff. So it's basically like piping, but it's got a metal core, so it's great. So you can bend it. I've got a load of that, so that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to actually hand bend all the stuff for this. So it'll either look great or look like my plumbing.
I was about to say you're gonna watch plumbing videos, are we, to know how to
Yeah, that's it.
bend
That's
pipes.
it. Funnily enough, don't forget that was my first career choice when I was doing my engineering, was with air conditioning and using 3/8 swazers and things like that, and I was crap at it then. So, and I haven't done it for 40 years. So, anyway, this one is coming along really, really nicely. I'm having a little bit of a break from it, generally because I want the oils to go off. Because as we all know, oils are great, but they are the gift that keeps giving. So, until they've totally dried, but I am happy of how it's gone. If I just steal the camera for a moment. So we've done a bit of work up on here on the oils. We've done this technique, which all I do is, it sounds really stupid, is it's in two bits. I stand it on its end. So I give it an oil wash so it naturally panels itself, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But it gives you that effect, which looks really good, or I think it looks good. But actually, it's nothing to do with me. It's just where it settles. And then all you do is very, very lightly, did it yesterday, is just give it a little buff, just to sort of take off the heavy spots where it's drained down the back end and things like that. So, but yeah, that's coming along very, very nicely indeed. So that's doing very, very well. And the other thing, of course, is the Apache, just down in here. So put up the next part of this one went up. Matt will show you his in a moment. So it's coming together very, very nicely. So looking good. We've started work, as you can see, on the engine. So they're done, looking very, very nice as well. So it's generally coming together. And again, it looks really, really nice. So this is obviously some of the pictures that I put up for yesterday's build part that went up, which was part 3. But you can see the detail down in there. And once you get the cockpit all in there, it really starts to come to life. But generally, I have to say, and Matt will find this as well when he does his one, is that it's a good kit. Because I think they're identical. There is subtle changes between both, but they are incredibly similar, the way they go together and all the rest of it. But I have to say, like, this main one is just dream. It's almost like you put the cockpit together, then you glue it afterwards. I put the fuselage halves, no seam problems at all. Which is really handy because obviously there's lots of rivets on it and stuff. You don't want to lose those. These engine bits are rather fiddly. There's a lot of it that goes in there. But again, it does build up something very, very nice. So yeah, I think it's actually a fantastic kit. So yeah, so that's how we're getting on with this one. So hopefully this week, this will be pretty much all together. Hopefully the Y-wing will be somewhat done and out of the way as well. So yeah, we're pushing along very, very nicely with it at the moment.
Cool.
So how's yours doing?
Well, I've made a tentative start, as they say,
Yeah.
but all right, so far it's Tackham, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
I built a few Takum, obviously armor kits, and they're really nicely engineered. So no problems at all with this either. To be honest, it's all just sort of coming together really
It's amazing
nicely.
how well they, because obviously I can see the part breakdown as you've got it, and it's identical to this kit.
Yeah, yeah. I'll say that.
Literally, even the way the T-DAC, which is that long bit on the stalk, that
This.
bit,
Yeah.
yeah, because that obviously fits into that slot into the front
Does
of
it
the
just
cockpit
goes
bit, and
into
then the other
this
bit goes on
somewhere,
top.
isn't it?
Is
Like that.
exactly the same way as the other one's
Like
done as
that.
well. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's
I'm just
exactly
leaving
the
it on
same as the other one.
Yeah, and obviously the
Yeah,
instrument covers and stuff, combing, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, I'm going to do
Yeah.
it. I'm going to leave it a bit modular and then put it all together. But I think my plan is I'm going to get the cockpit sort of together as it is. I think I'm pretty much now ready for paint with that anyway, or a coat of paint. And then obviously I've got a little Quinta set to put all the detail back in. So obviously on here it did have raised detail, but that's all been sanded off. So I can obviously fit the 3D printed stuff, which I think is going to look splendid.
very nice.
I like you, so I'm going to do some build the engines, probably build the rotor head, build a lot of stuff, and then paint it all in one go. I think, and then it just join up. Like I say, it's no problem with it at all. To be honest, it's very pleasant.
Yes, very very pleasant indeed.
Yeah,
It's
can't complain.
one of those kits where absolutely dream to build, going together very very nicely indeed. And it is funny how incredibly similar they are. Because again, I've reviewed both kits and I did a side-by-side one, but now looking at Matt's as well, I'm thinking, if you showed me that, I would say that's this kit. I'd say that's the main kit. Yeah. So, yeah, it's one of those. Like I said before, when I did the side-by-side, the only difference is on the fuselage, you've got the cutout underneath, where this one is solid. So, yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. So that's literally the only difference I can see between both kits. So yeah,
that's just saying the actual raised and recessed detail is. I mean, the moulding's amazing on it, to be honest. Into the detail they can get, it's just different level, to be honest. Again, I've got to obviously take these tabs off it, but it's I say I built some tacking kits before, and just got to be careful with the instructions because obviously they do different versions. You've got to just plan it a little
make
bit,
sure
but they're
you're
not.
on the one.
I don't think they're bad instructions compared to some anyway. I think they're really easy to follow. So yeah, nice kit. So get a bit cracked on, I think, this week, and slowly progress. So yeah, all good. And then I've got some other
various bits.
bits I'm carrying on with. So the old
the return of the Black Hawk.
Yeah, which is God knows when I started that. It was supposed to be. It was a Thursday Night Live build.
It was, yes.
I've been one of them for ages, and it got sort of sidelined. I've just so I dug it back out, to be honest, because obviously that is the same colour as a Pache.
It is.
So I thought that is painted actually in a Taka red line. And I thought I'd give it a go, and then I've mixed a bit of Gen 3s in it. Just you can't really see it because it's such a naff colour to photograph as well. But there is a bit of modulation in there. Plus, it's been glossed for the decaling. But I did decal it. This is about the second time I've done it because I decaled it and I got a load of silver in actually on the US Army, whatever it is, on the side.
Yeah, down the boom, yeah.
So I ended up taking it all back off, rubbing it down and repainting it again and actually painting it better the second time round. And luckily I had an old set of decals from a really old kit I had a long time ago, because I keep all decals if I don't use them, or instructions, and they've worked perfect. They've absolutely flawless. So I've actually ended up using them. And same decal sheet. It's obviously that kit's been released since the 80s, I think. So it's they've not even changed the decal sheet on it, except for one's got the blue background and the one I've been using's got the white.
Right.
So that's coming along, just pottering along with that. And then the other thing is the old Italeri Henschel, which is probably as old as me and Phil, somewhere on that. It's an old kit. So that's one of them. I've been rescribed it. I've done a little bit of scratch putting the cockpit, not a lot to be honest, but yeah, used Gen 3s again on that. So that's 70, 71 and 65 underneath. It's just, with that high wing, it's one of them where it's such a crappy thing to take a photo of because the wing always blocks it. Do you know what I mean? It just covers the cockpit up. But for some reason, I really like that plane, and I know why. Because of the old Matchbox kit I had built when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I don't know why, because it's not the most exciting of aeroplanes. Let's be fair, is it? A spotter plane.
No.
It's
That's
not.
it.
He's not, he's not very glamorous compared to a fighter. I don't know. There's something about that sort of airplane design. I don't know. I really, really like it. The only thing I've got left to do is to upgrade the MG-15 in the back. I'm going to 3D print one because obviously the kit one is really, really showing its age. And then put a antenna wire on it, and I call that one done. It can probably reside at the Luftwaffe SIG at some point. But yeah.
Very nice.
Really, really enjoyed it, to be honest. Bit fiddly getting that top wing on and lining it up, but that's just the nature of the design of the plane, isn't it? So
I think, as you say, considering the age of it, it's holding up really well. It looks very, very nice.
Do you know what though? If you want, I mean, there's a newer kits out of this. I think Sabre Kits do one, and Brengun or somebody does another one, or another company like that. They do a really modern version, but the actual Airfix version of that from the 70s, I've actually got one here, and it's brilliant. It's actually got a lot of cockpit detail that's missing, and I actually thought Italeri at the time was a better option for cockpit detail than Airfix and Matchbox.
Yeah.
But actually the Airfix one's really, really good. And it's got the guy who hangs over the side with the camera as well in the Airfix one. So it's a bit,
Nice.
Remember the Lysander where you used to get the guy climbing in? It's a bit one of them.
Yeah.
So enjoyable little kit, to be honest. So quite happy with the paintwork as well. Did a bit of the fart technique on that as well.
Yeah, no, you can see it. Looks really, really nice.
Bit of fart and a bit of oil. I want to keep it subtle because it wouldn't really get hammered, would it? Do you know what I mean? So, but it needed a bit of life to it. So it'd be another, I don't know, 70 and 71 is not the greatest colours to work with, are they?
No, they're a bit bland.
Bit bland. And actually, they're the original decals as well. Brilliant.
See?
Flawless, nice. Yeah, to say our old kit is really well. Again, Italy have always done decent decals, though, haven't they? So, yeah, so that's what I've been up to. Busy, and obviously work. So
that's it. The usual bits and pieces that go on.
Good stuff.
It is. In other news, which, again, this is one of those ones, we don't want to jump on the hype train.
Ooh, no,
for
the
this.
Hype train.
But obviously there was an interview with ICM. Or ICM's daughter, and let slip about a Hampton coming our way, which at this point I get a text from Matt saying, stuff you, I'm out of this little thing.
Yeah, I'm not
Good
out.
luck with the Halifax, I'm going to do the ICM one. So, yes. But again, we haven't seen anything official from this or all the rest of it. So this may be one of those tentative ones where, something's been mentioned and it's in either very, very early or it's, as I say, we are a year away or whatever it is from it, if it is even coming. Because I'm not being funny. I've had conversations with people, and I'm not going to say the company name, but everybody knows it begins with a K, who told me about various releases they were doing that we've never seen. And I'm glad I didn't go along and make videos about them in a song and dance, because they've never actually materialised. So as we know, things change. Like me and Matt were discussing earlier, ICM is still in a predicament of being in, obviously, the Ukraine. And bless them, it is a war zone at the end of the day. Things can change. But again, it's one of those. I think if it does turn out and it comes out and it's ICM, it's going to be fantastic. It's right up their street. I can imagine they will do it or would like to do it because it is a medium to light bomber. It fits their remit of all their other things that they've done. So, it makes total sense. And I think it'll be a really nice kit. We've just seen, obviously, the Marauder coming down the line. We've looked at that one. And I think it'll just be a beautiful kit to do. It'll be nice, straightforward, go together well, so there's enough said. When we're going to see it?
Well, they said next year, or she said next year, said 2025. So again, it does make you wonder, doesn't it? I don't know. Like I say, it's one of them where obviously they had that interview and she mentioned it there. So fingers crossed from my point of view, it's true.
Yeah.
Because I'd be happy to be, not just because it gets me out of doing that one, which it probably won't anyway. But again, it's just it's one of them subjects that's well overlooked. Totally. And I mean, to be honest, like with ICM, they did the Beaufort, which was really left field, weren't it? That's when that came out, I was like, well, that's a real left field release from them. So I won't put it past them to do a Hampton, to be honest. And I hope they do. Because, like I say, it's crying out for a decent 48th one. So
yeah, definitely. Yeah, you should say there's.
I'm on board, whether it's to do with the FM1 or not. A new Hamden is good by me because I do like the plane, full stop. So
Yes.
yeah, so crack on, get it done.
But yeah, it would be nice to see it. I must admit, it's one of those kits where, as you say, it's a lot of people are like, why, don't know, and all the rest of it to it. But if you're like Matt, you're a fan of that aircraft as well, and all the rest of it. It's like literally the world screaming out for one of them.
Yeah.
We were having a discussion, was it Friday, about what's left that the world needs. And we said then need a Hampton and we need a Halifax, and then this news dropped, and that's one less off the list.
Hopefully,
if it comes out and stuff. So
there's definitely a few others, like a new tooled Lysander. Talking from obviously a British point of view for British subjects, it kind of get I suppose a bit more overlooked unless it's a Spitfire or a Lancaster or something more people know. But there's a few British subjects that definitely need upgrading in all scales, I think. You know what I mean? Not just 72nd, but obviously 48th is really lacking on some of them. So we'll see what happens with it. But again, for a company like ICM, I think, like you said, it's the right company to do it with how they approach kits and the breakdown and everything. You're going to get all the stuff there that will make a nice curbside model, shall we say. And then obviously everybody on the aftermarket front will jump on it from probably engines and, cockpit details and guns and whatever else, it might need. Then you could go to town on it and do what you need, can't you? So, brilliant. Really, let's hope it materialises and sees the light of day. So,
I'm
behind it.
That's the point. I'll get behind it as well because it'll be really, really nice to see something like that come down the line.
To be honest with you, obviously the rumours have got out and over on the internet. I think the response on the internet, actually as well, it's a very positive response. It's not like, well, why are they doing that and why bother, and there's better things to do and stuff. I think everybody's quite, brilliant, crack on and do it. So, like I say, if you want to see one, leave us a comment.
Yes, definitely. Yes, we would
Just
love to.
Comment down below and say, I'm happy with that. And
I would like to see it. It would be good. And also, like we said, we still need a Hudson whilst they're at it.
I know that is 100% the other thing. It is a Lockheed Hudson definitely needs redoing. I know Special Lobby are actually bringing a new tooled one out because they've been reboxing the old MPM kit.
Yeah,
I've actually managed to pick up, and then I realised they're doing a new one, so I'm just a bit reluctant now. But again, the only one I know in 48 is a classic airframe kit, and if you can see the prices they go for, and it was used quite a bit. Let's be honest, the old Hudson was used quite a bit in different marks, from a Mark 1 to a 4, what have I got? 4, 5 or something, was it? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what changes it was. I presume there was upgrades in power plants or something. But again, it's one of them where there's used in most theatres as well, so you're going to get a bit of mileage.
I think it was used pretty much everywhere,
Yeah, you're going to get a bit of mileage out of it. Obviously, we used them, Coastal Command ones we used, and just, I think, normal RAF ones as well, weren't there? I presume there's in the Far East that we used, I presume, around Burma and India and all that, I take it, and Pacific, I don't know, but again, a well overlooked subject, so... Yeah, we're making a list, aren't we? We ought to have a board.
We have got a list
of
them all.
A board with a list, and then when it's finished, we'll just cross it off.
Yeah, once they arrive, done that, tick. Have a tick board up there.
Yeah, we'll have a good tick board going, a little plan of what we'd like to see tooled. But, brilliant stuff. In other news as well, we've had a lot of pre-orders actually coming in. So always going to happen when I'm on my own, because my colleagues are not this week. But so I'll show you what's coming first, which is we've had on pre-order. So Gecko, I like Gecko, have done a Morris. I presume it's a Morris tractor. They can't say Morris, so it's a C8 Mark II early. I don't know if this is do they call it a Beetleback, this one? Yeah. There is a thing. Anyway, they've released this, so this will tow a 25-pounder, will it? Or a 17? 17 or 25? I don't know actually now. Presume 25. Anyway, I'm sure somebody will leave a comment. So that's coming. We've had that on a pre-order. It's a really, really nice kit, actually. I might do a review on that, to be honest. We've got a spare, so I might do a review of that. A lot of plastic. We've also had in, which is, you'll see in our specials bit, because we've got the other two as well, is the Valiant. Now, this is the new Tool 11444 one, so now you can get this, the Victor, and the Vulcan in all 144 from Great Hobbies. We're doing a bloody good price, if I'm honest.
Yes.
So again, probably worth looking at. So now you can get all the V bombers.
Which is nice because that completes the set. And I have done a review on I think I did the Victor and the Vulcan many moons ago.
Yeah.
And they are 144, so we're not this scale.
Yeah, they're not massive.
I've got my Vulcan there. But it's still... Nathan did a 144 Vulcan, didn't he, a couple of months back?
Yeah, I think he did the old Dragon one, weren't it? So I think this is a proper upgrade because this is a nice kit. There you go. You can see the others on the side, look. But yeah, so this was the first of, isn't it? The first of the V-bombers. Then the Vulcan and then the Victor were in it, I think, if that's the order they came in.
Yeah.
So that's definitely worth a look. So I don't know, do you want to review that? Do you want me to chuck you one in?
You could chuck us one down and I'll definitely have a review of that. Just whilst you're there, we'll show the people, because there we go. They are in the offer. We will pop back to this. But you say, the great thing about that kit is that we got it for 30 quid.
Yeah. Proper deal.
So,
deal for 2
very nice. So there you go. You could have the entire fleet if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Got them all down in there.
60 quid. Yeah.
So, very nice. Although I think you find that 90 quid.
90 quid, yeah, I was about to say. I was
Sorry, my maths, I just work out.
My maths was like, that's, 90 quid. Yeah. I was going to get corrected by someone like, well, you're going 60 quid. No.
Yeah, 60 quid, yeah.
One of the other one's not here, it's due tomorrow, but Phil is getting one of these as well, so this is coming as well, which is a pre-order. I think we'll have 1 or 2 for stock as well. So, a speed bike.
Very nice. So this is the Mandalorian version of the speeder bike.
Which is what's the difference between that and a Star Wars version? Because it looks exactly the same to me with a scout trooper on the back. Look. Yeah.
I think there's not a lot. I don't know. I think maybe the front end's slightly different. I can't remember now because it's a long time ago since I saw it and I haven't seen the kit yet.
You'll have to compare it to your Bandai one.
Yes, I will. I've got the Bandai one here.
Yeah, has it got?
But I think it's got a different front on it. Yeah, something like that.
Okay, so it had an upgrade, does it?
Maybe.
I don't know. I don't know nothing about them. But anyway, so this is coming as well. So if you're one of the members, you've been invoiced for that. But it looks right. So let's say Phil's getting one of them, so we can have a peruse and do a bit of a look
peruse of that. Definitely. Yeah, we'll get a review of that one done.
And the other thing that's due in tomorrow is the B24 from Airfix, which again we've had on a pre-order. So that's due in tomorrow. I've had a notification that we've got a delivery or 2.
Yes.
So I'll get them invoiced tomorrow when they're here. So yeah, that'll be interesting to look at as well. So we've got one of them for you to review as well.
I know, got them coming out very at the
moment. That, I could have just sent it all together, but I can't.
You could have done. Never mind.
Buggered up. But anyway, you will get something to look at, which would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah, so we've got lots of reviews coming for you next week. This week, though, Matt's done a review for you. Can you watch it down below right now? This is the Eduards 72nd scale B25, which is obviously the Hasegawa kit. Which is a very nice kit indeed. So this is the Gunn's Bunny one.
It is.
So
really nice, actually. Really worth a look, that review. Loads of different decal options, and like I say, it's the Hasegawa styrene in it, and it's a really good kit. Well, the best in scale, especially for a later, shall we say, B25. I think if you want an earlier one where the top turret's down the back a bit more, then obviously the Airfix kit's the one to go for. But for a later one, a J and an H or whatever, then that's the one to go for. And obviously that one's just fully armed as well, isn't it? I'll tell you what, I was reviewing it thinking, I want to build another B25. I do do you know how people build same subjects?
Yeah.
And we go, I don't know if I could do that all the time. Do you know what? I don't know if a beta is one of them I could actually build over and over again and not get bored. I just think, especially that version of it as well, the guns and all the,
all the strafing, all the gorgeous nose art and stuff on them. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. There's a few I think I could build a few of, and that is definitely up there, a B25 in any scale, to be honest. So, yes, I'm waiting for a HK to their 48th H or J the gun one. So
yes, do the strafer, definitely.
The strafers, that's the one, a strafer.
Yes, I don't think it'll be long because obviously I've built the other one recently and it's all there. It's there. You just need the other bits for it. But it is there. Put the longer nose on it.
I was going to say they've done it in 30 seconds, so they're going to down.
It's going to come through.
48, aren't they? And like I say, the long nose strafer, and then that one I did with a bloody cannon in it. You know what I mean? The H, which is the one out like the short nose stubby one.
Yeah.
But cool. Yeah, so go check that out. It's really nice kit.
Very, very nice indeed. I've got a couple of reviews coming up for this week, which is some about space. I was supposed to do it last week, to be honest, so busy, never got around to it. But I've got their electric sander and a few of their tools and bits, so that'll be up with you tomorrow, will be the sander. Probably a few other bits this week as well. So it's a little bit of a time crisis last week, getting it all done, but that'll be up this week as well. So we've got plenty of stuff, and I'll get those reviews for those bits as well. They'll all be out hopefully next week. So we get.
Tell you what, I have done a review on that'll be up next week. Is them little Meng Dune kits.
Oh yeah, the little tiny ones.
Yeah, so I did the spice, the harvester,
yeah,
and I did the what I did put out a Tredes, whatever it is.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah,
the dragonfly thing.
Paul's dragonfly, because that's his name, isn't it? Paul whatever.
Right,
I can't even pronounce it in my review, so I'm just butchering it. But yeah, I thought I'd do a couple of reviews of them for a bit of a. Actually, do you know what? I know they click fit and they're very simplified, but actually they're very well detailed. It's Meng, isn't it? They're really nice.
Yeah, no, they do good stuff. Yeah.
Just ickle.
Very small.
I can't wait to see the second one come out, the bigger one, the Opta.
Yes.
That'd be cool. That'd be a cool thing to look at. But yeah, so that'll probably be next week's review, I think, or one or two of them.
I must admit, I wanted to do it. I was going to get the 3D print because probably Matt's seen it as file for it, and you could scale it to whatever you wanted to. And because when I first saw the other one, it was like, oh great, what? That's the size of your thumb.
Yeah.
It's like, I need a bit more meat on here. So I thought about, actually, I'll download the file and print it. And then obviously this one's been announced in 72nd. I think it'll be a nice scale for it as well.
Yeah.
Because it's gangly thing because of the rotor, well, not rotors, but the wingy things.
Yeah.
And I thought, I'll tell you what, wait for that and I'll probably build one of them. Because that'd be quite cool with it. So definitely.
It is a cool looking machine, in it. To be honest, it's a bit like a dragonfly, in it. Really.
It is a dragonfly.
It's on a dragonfly, shall we say? But yeah, in 72nd scale, that's proper scale, in it. Really. I said these. Well, I couldn't even put a scale because I don't know what scale they're supposed to be. There's no scale actually on the box.
No.
There's a lot of bits in Chinese that I can't read when I'm looking at instructions. I've got no idea what scaling they are. But again, the quick, if you wanted to do something in an afternoon or an evening,
nice little
so you
short
sit
weekend
in front
build
to the telly and just pop it together and it's done. So yeah,
very, very nice indeed.
Yeah.
Right. So if we could pop over to the PM store.
Yours.
This is a special offers area, said before. So Matt's been changing these out over the last few days as things have been selling out and replacing them with other deals. So we got that lovely Valiant, we've got the Vulcan, and obviously we've got the Victor down in there as well. So you've got your trio of V-bombers. The Walrus, which obviously is back out from Airfix as well.
And the original boxing of it.
And with the nice original boxing.
Yeah. So that's out.
Very nice indeed. We've got the Marauder down in there as well. We've got a couple of those left over. So if anybody wants to grab a beautiful kit as well, I see we've sold out of my two-seat Lightning over the weekend.
Yeah, the two-seat version's gone. It's been replaced. I think there's only one of the single seat left. So once that's gone, it's gone.
Yeah.
So the Tomcat's come up, the Academy Tomcat, which is really nice kit for the money, isn't it?
Bang for buck. I think it's the best 72nd Tomcat out there because again, yes, you got the Great Wall one, but that's very expensive. Yeah. So again, you've got that one there. It's quite a nice price down there, especially at £24. That's a bit of a no-brainer, that one.
Yeah, it is. And then obviously the AFE Club. Churchill is up there again, good price. The Yag Panthers come up as well. So that's I'm changing. When they've gone, they get changed and something else will take its place. There's always bargains to be had in there.
Very, very nice indeed. So if you do fancy any of these ones,
yeah, I'm surprised, to be honest. The B17's not gone. To be fair, I thought that might have gone. Quite a sort after see Masters of Gear and stuff. I thought somebody
absolutely everything going on at the moment. It very much, and it's a nice kit as well. That kit.
I would say that still holds up. That kit, it's still a good kit. The Rebel one, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And obviously the Blackjack next to it is still the only 48th decent Eurofighter, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
It's great markings as well. That needs a modern tooling.
Has Blackjack been retired yet? I know it's up for retirement. I don't know if it actually has been physically retired, because I know there was a campaign to save it and stick it in a museum, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because I think its hours are up. So, it'd be nice to see that one. And again, we've got Gruber's little tank.
Gruber's little tank.
The little 222.
Yeah. cool little thing. A couple of ones, look, desert one, as in obviously the Hobby Boss. I built the Tamiya one, but yeah, the Hobby Boss ones there again. A lot more detail in that one than the Tamiya kit. But yeah, same sort of thing. And then Flycatcher Gladiator as well, cheap Gladiator in 48.
Yeah.
And then, like I say, down the bottom, mini art truck with a crane and a nice Ryefield Easy 8.
Very nice. And obviously got the Vampire down there, the big one in 32nd as well.
Yes. So a few bargains to be had.
Yes, definitely. So we've got those down in there. A couple of new areas coming in. Obviously, we've now got our Meng tool and sander area. Because obviously now the world's leading manufacturer of sanders has discontinued them.
Yes.
We are now forced to go to, elsewhere. So anyway, so we've got the refills down in here. This is obviously the Meng ones, which pretty much, well, they are the same as Display ones, which obviously you might have seen me use.
It says on it.
So yes, Display. So. And again, I've used them. They work. They do the trick. And yeah, so loads and loads of people often say to me, like, Phil, what would you recommend? It's very, very difficult because, again, I used to manufacture our own ones, and they were our own. They weren't just like stamped, rebanded like everybody else's are. So it's very, very difficult. So it's a bit like comparing things, and I don't like to compare things. But anyway, these very nice. They are self-cleaning, and at the end of the day, that's what you want. So they've got good grade selection as well. Because you've got everything from 180 right the way up to 2,500. So you've got all your bases covered down in there for those ones. But they are self-cleaning, which means they last forever. So they're really good at that. The other one as well, we've got the tweezers. So these are just your metal nose ones. So you've got your flat and your lethally pointy ones. So
and they are
sharp. I've stabbed myself with them so many times now.
Bloody sharp.
So yes, they are very, very good. I can highly recommend those ones as well. So if you want to get some of those, you can do on there as well. So again, we are going to be expanding our tools and selections of things like this as well over the coming months. So if you want to grab any of those, anywhere else you want to have a look at?
Yeah, just go down a little bit so I can see the screen. The AK there, look, tools and sanders. So we've moved these. We're now carrying the AK sander range. Because obviously we did need a range of sanding sticks and stuff like that. So obviously we deal a lot with AK, so we have got them in. They came in this week, so they're up on the site now. Different bits of them. Different ones. Do your research, and then obviously you know what you want. But I've not tried them, so I don't know what they are. But we kind of obviously we feel not doing these anymore. We needed a range of sanding sticks, so we decided to go down this route for now and see how that pans out. So yes. So we've got them in.
Very nice. So we've got those
the little sanding pads as well. The wet pallets are back in as well. I don't know if anybody's mentioned, but the wet pallets, the new one, they're back in as well. Like I say, we're going to split the tools and stuff up into actually, like, Tamiya's going to have its own tool section. Obviously AK has, the Meng bits are, probably Master Tool are going to have their own section, and then it's just easiest to navigate rather than having, all in one little bit. We've also had an AK delivery, as in we've had primers, we've had thinners back in, like the acrylic thinners, obviously the sanders as you've seen come in. Extreme metals are back in as well. Quite a few of them came in. It wasn't a massive order, but it was just a bit of a top up. We're still waiting for Real Colour, obviously new range to come out. As is pre-ordered anyway, so we'll just get a notification, like I said last week, and we should get them in. And as in for Mr. Hobby and what was the other thing as well? I was looking at VMS. We are just waiting for restocks. Just basically waiting for restock so we can, we have got some in, but some are out of stock. Some of the varnish, I think, satin varnish out of stock, and some of the bits and bobs we're waiting for to come back in. So as soon as we get notification, we will be getting those back in. But really, the main one is Mr. Hobby stuff. We're still waiting for to be delivered to our supplier, so we can get an order in with them for thinners and primers and usual stuff. So yeah,
very nice.
All good.
But yes. So if you want to get any of all your bits and pieces, you can do. They are up on there right now. Just got to do a quick little shout out as well. The Bravaco website was down last week. It's got a few little teething problems with the new website. So bear with them. They're trying to get it sorted, and then hopefully it will be up and running again, no problem at all. But as we well know, when you move websites and you're moving hundreds of products across,
never smooth.
The chance of it just working flawlessly and non-existent is always going to be something. So they've had a few little teething problems, so it's been on and offline over the last couple of days, but then hopefully it'll get sorted this week. So if you've got any plans of buying anything from them, then obviously you'll be able to get sorted with that very, very soon. I noticed this morning it was working, but apparently there's still a few little teething troubles with it when I spoke to them earlier. So yeah, hopefully get that sorted.
Oh, good.
Very good. Righto then, should we leave it around about there? I think that'll do us for today.
Yeah.
As I say, this week I'll be back up with you tomorrow for the members. We've got a vlog. We've obviously got the members live show on Thursday night this week as well. I've got those reviews which will be coming up with you. Obviously I'll get the next part of This Little Lump will probably be up with you on Monday. Hopefully get the next part of the Y-Wing will be up with you on Friday. Lots of other stuff coming this week as we make our way through. So yes, good job. Lots to see and do, as the old saying used to go.
Stuff's happening again.
It is. Stuff's happening. Everyone's getting excited again. There's things moving and coming down the line and that. So, yeah, it'll be good.
Yeah.
Good job. Right, we will leave it right there. Thank you very much for joining us today, everybody. Happy modelling. Take care. We'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.